Hey, babe. It's your girl Bree, spelled like the cheese, aka your cosmic bestie. And today, we're going to talk about our feelings. I know the last week has been absolutely insane with that Sagittarius full moon. I know that was like the last big video that we did, but it's just been like hit after hit after hit. And I know for me in my life, it's been like that. So I know it's been like that for you. So I'm definitely super excited to hop in and talk about this. I also feeling like we might also do this deck as well, the African Goddess Rising Oracle deck. Sticking with like the Oracle today. Number one, I love these cards. And number two, I've been I've been doing a lot for different types of readings, personal, TikTok, whatever, right? And this just feels like we really need to work in this today for Oracle, like go between the two. Oh, hold on. I have a pop up on my computer. Give me a second because I have to focus. Interesting. Okay, so let's hop right in and get into it. I don't remember the name of this deck, but I know I got it from like Shein for like $3. So it's just all about emotions and everything. Oh, hold on. We have a card that. Oh, we have two cards that fell. Don't mind me. That is so funny. Okay. Those came out earlier, so I'm going to reshuffle just in case. Ah. Okay. First two cards, acceptance, anxiety. It's funny that those came out in that order. It's like you finally have accepted what has been happening, the traumas, the pain, the turmoil, the issues that you have. But it gives you anxiety, like thinking about it. That's how that like comes through for me. You're like, I mean, I know that those things happen, but I'm also like freaking out about it. You see how anxiety is represented here, right? Oop. Where there's all of this like confusion in the dark, but there's also stairs. Instead of you focusing on the confusion in the dark, we gotta focus on the stairs. Okay, that's so funny. These two were the ones that fell on the floor earlier and they came back out. So obviously we needed these. Joy and unknowing, but we also had sorrow come out. So the way that all of this feels to me is you have a lot of anxiety about the unknowing. And what I said earlier when I posted this on TikTok, I said, you are so afraid of the unknown that you're having a hard time letting spirit work through the unknown to really work their magic. And like they want you to have the joy. See how the joy is spilling out? It needs to be spilling out in all aspects of your life. But you're so focused on this sadness, the anxiety, when in reality you should just accept and have joy, right? Because that's the energy that spirit is trying to bring through. Like especially with that Sagittarius full moon that we had last week. I know for me it unearthed the true Bree, the real Bree. I really had to work on my teenage self. I had to work on like letting go of that pain, forgiving those people, moving forward, and actually showing up for myself. Actually being the one that's giving myself unconditional love because I felt like I didn't get that before, right? From whoever, if it was family, friends, parents, whatever. And now I'm able to give myself unconditional love without telling myself I'm horrible for resting on rest days or doing too much or doing too little or being too much or not being enough or whatever it is, right? I'm not focused on what that looks like, what that feels like. What I'm focused on is how can I heal myself, like who I am now? How can I heal those older versions of myself so that we can move forward together, that I can jump in the driver's seat, confirmation, and really just be solid. I have the map. I am in the driver's seat. But my heart, my intuition, my mind, that is the compass. That is what's leading me. And before it was like, okay, well, I'm just going to hop in the car and hope for the best. I hope I make it to my destination, even though I have no idea where it is. And now Spirit is like, absolutely not. You know exactly where it is. You know exactly where you're moving. And now you're in control. Okay, the 3 cards that fell out here: ambition, peace, trauma. The way that this feels with these other cards is like you have a lot of ambition. You see how this face is like, period. Like, that's what it feels like for me. Is like the ambition that's coming through. They're like, yeah, we know you're ambitious. We know you can do this. But you are dealing with all of this trauma. You're having a hard time being at peace. And they want you to flip that. They want you to have that ambition and be at peace. We accepted the trauma, right? We accepted the anxiety. We accepted the sorrow. Why is it so hard for us to accept the joy, to accept the peace, to accept the unknown, and be ambitious in how we receive that and what that looks like? It just feels like, sorry, I'm like feeling it. It feels like you have been running around like a chicken with your head cut off for a really long time. And now you're at this point where you did finally like stop, right? Like I see somebody like standing and they're like breathing heavily. Like they've done a lot. They've ran, right? And they're trying to catch their breath. But now there's like multiple options. There's multiple forks in the road. They can go back the way that they came. They can head forward in a new direction, or they can, hope for the best in this other way. And it's like you're standing there and you're like, okay, I've been doing the work. I've been healing myself. I've been feeling better, but I don't know what way I should go, right? If we're re-referencing back to the car and the map and the compass, you feel like you have the car and the map, but you don't feel like you have the compass. This has not been fully healed yet, right? There's a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of sorrow, there's a lot of trauma, there's a lot of pain here. And that is tripping you up here of where you should go. You know where to go. You know how to get there. You're tripped up because you're like, well, what if I fail? What if I fall back? What if, a lot of what ifs, like I keep hearing like, what if? You have all of these what ifs because yeah, like the trauma is coming out, right? The way that this trauma is represented is this sword, right? Going through the hand. Physical pain. You've gone through a lot of that. And like I get that. I really get that. Like I am in my parents' basement, but I know I will move out and I will get the Lakeview apartment and all of that stuff that I've talked about in the past. But I'm not gonna lie. Of course that shit trips me up. I'm like, but what if I get evicted again? What if this happens? What if this happens? And it's like, actually, no. That happened. I wouldn't be who I am today without that. And I'm grateful for that. And I know that moving forward, I am in the driver's seat. I have the map and I am the compass. Before, it was like shooting darts in the dark. I was just hoping for the best, hoping it would even land on wherever. I had no idea what I was doing. I was doing everything for everybody else. And now that it's time for you to be in the driver's seat, for you to do these things, you're freaking out. But you're a grown-ass adult. I hate to break it to you. You are grown, baby. but you are still functioning like you're a teenager because you're letting other people r- roll your life. Roll your life around. Do what they need to do. I keep seeing a mom and a grandma, a mom and a grandma. And I see the grandma like trying to yell, but it's like your mom and your grandma. I see the grandma trying to yell at the mom, and the mom's like, no, I'm grown. But then your mom's trying to yell at you, and you're not telling her, oh, I'm grown. She keeps acting like you're the teenager. Because that's the energy that you give. You're giving teenager. Oh, because you're afraid. You know what's so funny about that? Like, I have that dynamic in my life. My grandma, she has dementia, and it's really like I grew up with her. I always called her my foxy grandma. And because she was wearing like tracksuits down to the nine, like head to toe matching, she just, she was a foxy kind of gal. And she's always ran the ship. Like, it's been an ongoing joke with all of the women on my mom's side of the family that she was the leader. She was the headhunter. Like, she did that with her husband. She did that with her 3 kids. She did that like with anybody and everybody. She was always the leader. And she's having a really hard time now because of her dementia, right? Having other people lead. She's losing out on her independence, and she's feeling some type of way about it. But when I was taking a shower earlier, I heard the phrase, you know how to lead, but you don't know how to be led. And I think that rings true with what we have here. It was easy for you to be the leader at a project at school because it was easier for you to excel. It was easy for you to be the leader in your friend group, to plan something to make it right, because the stakes are not as high. When it's your own life and your own path and your own decisions that are leading and guiding you in places and spaces that you've never been before, you freak out. You freak out. And it's because you have this wounded heart. Again, with this trauma and the sword, right? There's a lot of pain. And this is representing this like physical, right? This is representing the emotional pain. And you have been protecting your feelings, which is great. But the way that you're protecting it is the defense. And you're so defensive that it's hard for you to be open for other people to come in, for other people to help you, guide you, lead you, because you're super defensive, because the people that have led you before led you down a path that you didn't necessarily want to be on. And you're fed up. You're fed up about it. But it's time to let it go. Okay? It's really time to let it go. You have to let go, because it's like this is representing like a sparrow or a dove, right? You have to let it go. And I know, you're like, well, I can't let it go because, or if I let it go, what if, or there's all of these layers. But I raise you with, what if you let it go and everything got better? What if you let it go and everything got easier? What if you let it go and felt better? Right? Like, that's really where spirit is coming in here, is like, if you would just let it go and make some room here for this emotional wound, these physical, mental wounds, you'd be soaring to high heavens, baby. You would be going crazy. Absolutely crazy. We also got jealousy here. And you know, this jealousy doesn't feel like, oh, I'm jealous of this girl on Instagram. It doesn't feel like that. It feels like you're jealous of other people that have it figured out. And I use that with air quotes because no one really has it figured out. You might sit there and think that I have it all figured out. I don't have it figured out. I know I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm opening spaces. But no one has it figured out. No one is perfect. Perfect isn't real. Okay? Interesting. This just kind of fell out of my hand here as I'm holding the deck. Resentment. See this barbed wire? You're holding yourself back. That jealousy of feeling like these other people have it all figured out and that you're behind is holding you back. It's your own path. It's your own road, babe. And like society makes us think that like we have to all fall in line, that if you aren't married, if you don't have kids, if you're not in a career, if you don't have this much money, if you don't have this, you don't have that. But no one bats an eye that Beyonce is living her life and doing what she did because she's a beautiful, talented entertainer. And I am a Beyonce stan, so no hate in the comments. But no one is calling out these artists that are huge and popular, or these actors, or no one is like, oh my god, they shouldn't have done that. I'm sure their family gave them flack. Why? Oh, you want to be on the big screen, you want to be in the movies, but who are you? And they're like, I am that person. I am being called to do that, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to go for my dreams. That's what spirit wants you to do. All of this is you holding your own self back from your dreams. See how chaotic this is? See how crazy all of this is? But if you just let it go, guess what would happen? All of it would be gone. And it's easier said than done, right? I say this as if I haven't spent the last 4 years handling this, getting to this part, getting to this section. But it's been such a road that now where I am, when I was at my fork in the road and I felt like I didn't have a compass, or I didn't feel like I had the map, or I wasn't in the driver's seat, I was waiting for somebody to come through and save me, to tell me what to do, to move me. And now I'm like, I don't even care, baby. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you think I should do or could do. I know what I am doing is right. I know that this is healing not only me, not only the past versions of myself, but making room and making space for my daughter, making room and making space for my husband, my family that I created. Those are the people that I care about the most. And the family that my soul family. Ooh, courage. They want you to have courage. Courage to stand on your own. Courage to go where you need to go. Courage to push you in the direction that you need to go. Okay, we had like 4 cards fall out here. They want you to have the courage to follow your dreams. Okay? See how bliss this face is? When you have the courage to actually go for it, to actually do it, what are they going to do when you really are on the big screen, babe? What are they going to do when you are the backup dancer for your favorite artist? What are they going to do when you are actually living the dreams that you wanted to do? Oh, well, you told me. Sure did. And thank God I didn't listen to you, or else I wouldn't be right here, right now, living the life that I want to live, that I am meant to live, that I am supposed to do. I think we forget that a lot. We try to make family proud, or parents, or siblings, or friends. But what are we doing for ourselves? If you don't have enough courage to live your own dreams, then you're only here for everybody else. And that's not really fun. Been doing that for the last 30 years of my life. It's not fun. But you have to nurture yourself. And you have to have hope here, right? Because your wishes are meant to come true. They are meant to be fulfilled. This hope card is like, hope for the best, don't stress about the worst. Like, that's what I keep hearing. Like, hope for the best. And like, change that part of your mindset, right? Have that gratitude to change, to maneuver in a different way. It just feels like the courage of living your dreams. They're like, you're not living your dreams because you're waiting for all this other stuff to happen to like get you to get there. But the one thing that you need to do is have the courage to do so. Like, these stairs that we had here with the unknowing? To get up these stairs, you have to have the courage to take one step and move forward, up one step at a time, one moment at a time, right? Okay, so we have worn out, and we also have intrusive thoughts. This worn out card, you are worn out living the life of other people, of their expectations. And all of this is you inside your own head. This is you inside your own heart. Chaos, clutter, intrusive thoughts, pain, suffering, trauma, hurt, right? Those wounds, all those things that we were talking about. That this is spirit reiterating what it feels like inside of your head. And it's literally wearing you out. Look at these bags, baby. Look at those bags. Spirit really wants you to have that courage because they're going to guide you when you finally take those steps. They can't, you know that saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. That's basically it. And you're the horse, right? Spirit can lead you to the water, but if you're not going to drink the water, how can they help you? How can they nourish you? How can they provide for you? They got you all the way to here, right? Of seeing this message, being here right now, working on the trauma, working on the shadow work, but you're shaky, right? The foundation is still cracked. And they're like, okay, but have the courage to take this first step, and then the lights will turn on. We'll guide you. Someone will help you. You will lead yourself as we walk with you. And you have to believe that. You have to trust that. And if you don't trust that, then fine. But you're going to be the horse that's by the water that ends up dehydrating because they refuse to drink the water, because they didn't have enough courage to drink. This is your beacon. This is your call. All right, we're nearing the end of this message here. This last part, forgive. See how this hand is bigger than this hand? This is your shadow self. This is you. You have to forgive. You have to forgive yourself. You have to forgive the people that hurt you. You have to forgive the pain and suffering that you went through. Those hardships. You have to forgive. Mainly forgive yourself, because that baby version of yourself, that teenage version of yourself, those versions of yourself, they really hate themselves. They think that they messed up. They have shame. They have guilt. They have pain. They don't have the self-confidence. They don't have the love. But you are this hand that's going to give them love where you are right now. You going through all this healing, when you forgive, it makes room, right? That wounded heart card, wherever that is, it is going to make room. The more that you forgive and the more that you move forward, it's easier to make room for more life and abundance and joy and happiness, right? For being at peace, because it's causing you to go a little crazy. Because you feel like you do one thing and then the next thing and then the next thing. So slow down, take your time, and do what you need to do for you, babe. Ooh, trust your intuition. Trust your intuition. See that eye? That's your third eye. Trust your intuition. Trust your gut. Trust it all. Because as you move down this path, it's uncharted territory. You've never been here before. But that's the exciting part. That's the beauty of all of this, is that you've never been there before. I keep seeing Indiana Jones, so if that's resonating for you, let me know. But you're on the adventure. You're somewhere that you've never been before. And instead of being scared shitless, you should be excited, ecstatic, to ready to move forward and see what comes through, right? That unknowing that we talked about. Let spirit work their magic through that unknowing. You don't know what's next, but spirit does, and spirit can help you. Spirit can move through you, but you have to have that courage to take the step, to drink the water, to trust yourself. You might not have the flashlight, you might not have the car, you might not have the map, you might not have the compass. But as long as you have something that can move you forward in whatever direction that you know you need to move, do it. It doesn't matter what they think. And I know that's easier said than done. I know that. But it doesn't matter what they think. What your purpose is here is bigger than what they have up here. They have a human brain that can only fathom certain things. You're bigger than that. You're stronger than that. You have a bigger purpose than that. You know it. You felt it your entire life. And this is the changing point. This is the call. This is spirits channeling through me, telling you, babe, we need you. It's time. It's time to go down this path. It's time to make these decisions. It's time to shake it up a little bit, right? So what if they're upset? So what if they don't talk to you? So what? Again, easier said than done. But what I can tell you is there's more than enough people out there that actually will support you, that actually will hold you, that actually will see you, see the real you, not the you that wears the mask or the armor. They see the real you. And if you're like, I don't really have that, I'm searching for a place, please, I will be that for you. Come join my collective, the Stella Nova Collective. We drop prompts every single day. We have manifesting rituals. We have full moon, new moon rituals. We get on calls. We talk to each other. I mean, we talk about whatever. It's not just spiritual. We talk about anything and everything. We vent, we swear. We're not everyone is all sunshine and rainbows in there, because that's not life. That's not what it's meant to be. But if you really feel like you don't have a place, then come to me. And if you don't, that's okay. It's okay. If you feel like you're not ready for that kind of commitment, that's cool too. But if this reading really spoke to you and you want a personal reading, my books are open. Just check me out at stellanova424.com. That's for any of it. If you want to join the collective, if you want to do any of that. And of course, you can check me out on my Instagram, my TikTok. But truly, 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 the way that this message feels, the way that this is coming in, you are way stronger than you think, babe. And you are so close. But you have to have the courage to take the first steps, to move forward and to keep going. And it doesn't have to look the way that they think it does. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be bright and shiny and you go viral overnight or any of that. But that's not what they're looking for. They're looking for you to take the step so that they can help you with the rest. Confirmation. Confirmation. You are there. You truly are there. Just take your time. Focus. Sit with your intuition so that we can build that foundation so it's unshakable, unbreakable. Okay? Because that's really why you're not moving forward, because your foundation is still rocky. You still care about their opinions. You still care about what they think. You still care about how it looks like to other people. This is the time to be like, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. F it to the world. F it to these people. I know what I am meant to do. I know what my light and my guidance and my intuition is telling me. And it's time to move forward. And this is it. And if you needed permission, which you definitely don't, but if you needed it, this is it. This is your time. This is your moment. 434 as I'm finishing this today. Okay? I love you, babe. You got this. Make sure to check me out at stellanova424 on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Pinterest. We are on Pinterest now. If you're looking for personal readings, books are open. If you're looking for something deeper, make sure to check out the collective. Love you, babe.